You're live.
I'm live. Like, haven't checked my hair, haven't checked my makeup. I'm like, oh my. But anyway, whatever. Here we go. Okay, so cooking with Sass. We'll make the next one better of this, but we're going to make baked brie, as I promised. This is a delicious, yum, yum, yum. Okay, hey everyone, how you doing? What's going on? Well, this is a really great question. So. We're only like an hour and 28 minutes late starting this, and I'll tell you, we're going to have some friends over for dinner tonight, and we're like, thank God, because we're having like baked brie 3 ways for dinner. So, so we're going to make baked brie 3 different ways, which sounded not too hard to start off with, but is a little ambitious in the end. So we're going to make one that's like a herb and garlic one that's just so fantastic. One that is just like the classic of my mother's, which is brown sugar and Kahlua and some pecans. And then this bad boy, which, okay, so apparently you need to have a PhD. Oh, Simba, hey, look at that. Wait a minute. The cat, sorry. New toy. Oh, that's a really big one. Anyway, so,
Oh!
Robin actually watched the video.
Yeah.
How do you do this? That's how you do it, babe. Wow. So, I think it's rather alarming that neither one of us knew how to open the Pillsbury Doughboy crescent roll, right?
You had to YouTube it.
We YouTubed it. So, and the first one didn't open nearly that nicely. So, I'm rather proud that that one opened up as well. So you take for those that want to know, you take the outside paper out first, and then you just crack the inside, and then it should just easily come out like the last one did. Okay. Oh, got it. All right. Score. Okay, so, but be super, super careful because you want to keep the crescent roll together, and as such. And also you want it cold. My last one got a little bit warm on me, and so so I had to be really careful. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up carefully, and just tickle, tickle, tickle.
Oh, your brother says hi from Huntsville.
Oh, from Huntsville. It's Drew. Is that where you are? Huntsville?
Mm-hmm.
You told us to guess from your video earlier today, and we didn't know. It clearly wasn't Mexico. Oh, okay, get rid of paper.
Yeah, that's
right.
not good.
Let's go this way. All right. And I'm all about, tickle, tickle. And Drew and I are all about food that has surprises in the middle. So we start off with...
This is a theme for you two?
It is a theme. So look at this really sharp knife. Oh my God, imagine how that works, eh? And then, so with the crescent roll, you want to make sure you try and cover the whole entire thing with dough, which I didn't do, as you can see for the other one. But anyway, okay, so, and you really can't have too much bread because we want to really tuck this in. And this is the bread. We're not gonna be serving bread with this as we do with the other ones. So just make make it swaddle it.
You're swaddling.
Swaddling, okay, and then we wanna keep it okay, so I'm gonna put this off to the side. And 2 seconds here. Whoop. Let's get the other one out. Whoop. Sound effects are absolutely required when you do this. I expect nothing less. Then take the next one and turn it upside down so we have equal layers yeah. Okay, but this one we can stretch a little bit. And what I did on the last one, let's just make some cuts. Hence the really nice sharp knife. Okay. Ooh. See, sound effects?
Yep.
It helps, doesn't it?
It does. It makes the swaddling better.
It makes the swaddling better. And then come on over. All right, look at that. That is one happy bit of brie. And with this guy, have some fun. I don't know. Giggle. Let's make some little cigars or something down the side. Or little twills or something
there
like that.
There we go.
Like be creative. Oh, no, I don't like it like that. Let's go like
no,
this.
on the, or on
the
that.
bias?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Like it's a gift.
It's a present.
Yeah.
It's a present. That's brilliant, Cara. Thank you. And look at that. So it looks like it was little. Is it bigger? Bigger. Okay.
Beautiful.
And then, okay, before I put the egg wash on this, 2 seconds here. I've got the pan with a little piece of parchment paper, and I'm gonna put this down, trying not to squish the all that phyllo. Oh, actually, sorry, crescent roll. So you can use phyllo pastry as well. This is just Sue-Ann's interpretation of how to do this, okay? But you can do those sheets of puff pastry. That works as well. Who cares? It's all about the yummy, make it look great. Put a little egg wash on this. And this, you could put some water in it too, just to kind of have it a bit more liquidy and then be a little shinier.
Yep.
But it looked pretty shiny in the last one too, though. So yeah. It's okay. We're just gonna get the last little bit on here.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Hello, how are you? Welcome to Sizzling with Sass on Instagram TV. There's no pay-per-view audience, you're it. So, okay. So I think I'm just gonna give it just a little squish here on the corners, just to make sure that it is totally squished, and all those, there's not that many seams to it. So, all right, and then it's gonna go into a 370-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay.
And then you want to pull it out about 15 minutes before you want to serve it, so it can set back up again. So that's what this one is. So that's only been like 4 minutes out. This one's been out. But this guy, obviously I didn't get it crimped nicely. But what I'm thinking of when it comes to time to serve it is actually cut it in 4 and put it on the plate with some pear and some apples, and then use that to enjoy it with. So, because that's all the bread there.
Yep.
You don't need it. So, okay. So now, other delicious ones that we make too. This is my mother's favorite. I've ripped off and duplicated this recipe so many times. In fact, I've been invited to parties only because, so you can only come if you your mother's big Brie. So it's really not too complicated. So first off, I toasted some pecans. So that was just in a frying pan with some unsalted butter. And then I also used the unsalted butter, so I can use like really premium salt with this. That's the fleur de sal, and it's just such a beautiful minerality to it. So just the pecans on its own is great. And then to start off with the Brie in here, we took most of the brine off the Brie and just kind of shoved this, like this is just a French onion soup bowl. You only use it once a year. Why not find other uses to use the French onion soup bowl with, right? Okay, so that's about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar for what the amount of stuff I have there. And so I'm all about cooking without a recipe, right? How many times have I been to Italy?
Really? You?
Well, did I just get raked on the coals by someone because I made a martini without using the jiggers?
Yes, you did.
Do you know your audience? You know? Like, come on, right? Duh. Of course I did. So every recipe that I've seen, I think they're using too much Kahlua. You'll never, ever, ever hear me say that again. So I think you just need enough just to make a paste. And so let's just take a look in here. Oh, yeah. So, because too much, it's going to go too runny. And now, of course, it's all going to go into the oven. When we get the heat in the oven, it's going to liquefy it. So, like, what was that? That was like maybe like a tablespoon?
Yeah, maybe a table and a spoon and a half, something like that.
Yeah, like not a lot. So for a 1/4 cup of sugar, that's all the Kahlua needed, and it just smells so divine. So we got the pecans there. So because we're going in a bowl like this, and then over she goes. Ooh,
Groovy.
I know, eh? Let's just make sure we get all that delicious goodness into the bowl. Sorry, suddenly can't hold things. All right, so that's going to go into the same 370-degree oven for 375 for, I don't know, probably about
5 minutes?
10 minutes at the most, right? Okay, so he's going to go in. Now the magic of television. Another one's going to come out. Oh my God, check this one out. Oh, okay, this may have been a little bit too long. Oh, no, I don't think so. Oh, we'll see. Okay, so in you go. Because this is the challenge with baked Brie. You gotta keep an eye on it. So this is called Brie soup. And, okay, we're watching you guys. Don't go anywhere. Okay. So this is another one. All right. So this is Brie. This one is. So first off, we start with the Brie. Took the knife and just made some slits in it, and took the finest little layers of garlic and shoved it in there. You can even do that a day ahead of time if you wanted. And then on top of this is about, let's say, a tablespoon of olive oil, another clove of garlic that minced up. Also used about a tablespoon of fresh thyme, and a little bit of balsamic, and a little bit of fleur de sal, and I'm missing one thing. And that was it, I guess. So anyway, yeah, and so
Honey. Wasn't there honey?
Honey, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, a tablespoon of honey. And just like, I just got the cheapest honey in the grocery store. So we're just let that set up for a little bit. And because obviously it's just soup right now. So that was only like what? Well, can we tell how long we've been going, Cara?
No, there's no timing on it, so
okay,
I don't know.
Alrighty. I'm sure my brother's looking at going, she's been going too long.
Yeah.
But I guess part of the story here is to make sure, like you can do anything with baked brie, okay? Basically, because it's such a neutral, but it's the richness and gooeyiness of it. So that's why just brie and some hot pepper jelly is like the best, right? So you don't really have to get too crazy with it.
So basically, like stuff in your pantry, you can probably make.
Yeah, there is something there. Go sweet with the Kahlua and the brown sugar.
Yeah.
Go savory with tapenade or different like bruschetta dishes and stuff like that. Like all those hot pepper little assemblies that they have, or those with mushrooms. Like perfect. Just heat up the brie as like a mushroom tapenade on top, like a mushroom. Gush, all chopped up with some herbs and stuff too on top, and perfect, right? So I think anything goes. So let's just finish this bad boy off here. Let me get very nice. And had a few minutes here to let it set up. I see. It's just like go big or go home, right? So let's get a plate.
Yum.
And let's go. Perfect. So that should be, if it didn't open up, it'd be a little gooier, of course. But got lots of brie inside of there. And then let's put a couple, I just serve it kind of this. I put just like this, and a couple, it's a lovely little appetizer. You put a little, hold it, Houston, hold it. Casa Toscana. A little bit of 9-year-old balsamic on top of that. It's really thick.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Now, we need to taste that. We need to have it with some Chardonnay too. So we have a Elisha Chardonnay, the 2016. We're just coming to the very, very end of this. And the end of the Viognier Chardonnay Riesling. And the end of the Roberts Block Riesling. So we have that vintage 2016 4-pack, and it's absolutely delicious. So be sure to hop in and get some of that. And there's also the 2016, the Louis Pinot Gris. So there's something so delicious about Chardonnay and pears and Riesling and Brie cheese that is just golden. With I don't know, just some of the you get this pear note often in Riesling Chardonnay, and then because it's been through malolactic fermentation where you convert the malic acid to lactic acid, through that process it produces like a little buttery note too to the wine, and so that helps with the pairing and linking up with the Brie.
But it's also nice because your Chardonnay isn't particularly buttery on the palate. Like there's that nice bright acidity. So with the luscious fattiness of Brie, you get that little bit of palate cleansing.
Yeah. And that's one of the, I can't stand Chardonnays that are flat and flabby. That's what they call Chardonnay fat sometimes. Fat and chubby and being round. Round is good. That's what we want. But at the same time, when it gets to be too much, then it gets to be, just flabby, and it doesn't have any zippiness to it whatsoever. So, thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for enduring sizzling with sauce.
You're gonna go home and make this, aren't you?
Thank you very much.
We're gonna start out with a smaller piece here. All right. Oh.
It's making you dance, so it must be good.
There's a lot of Brie on the pan there, which is a complete waste of Brie. That is a crime. Absolutely delicious. So you know what? I'm gonna check too. I'll bet that Kahlua one is done. Clearly the baked Brie one isn't. But look how.
Oh wow!
But look how that one's popping up.
Nice.
From this guy.
Oh yeah.
It's starting to. So it doesn't take long.
And you can just scoop it.
Liquefied too. And so what I would do. So you scoop it, and clearly when you're having Brie, typically you need a whole boatload of bread. Like, come on. Duh. And the neat thing with this one is that doing it with the French onion soup bowl. Thank you very much, Rob. Great idea, because now you've got the handle to hold on to as you scoop in. Of course, it'll be cooler and let it hold a little bit longer. That's just about perfect. Oh, so one of the tricks I learned. Make sure the Brie is at room temperature before you start any of this, because if it's cold, it's going to take a long time for it to start melting, and you want it to melt consistently as well. So make sure you get some of that yumminess there too, and some of those pecans. That's why I like using the chopped pecans, because the big whole ones sometimes it gets a little cumbersome, and it might not spread out nicely for every single dunk in there to get some pecans. And I've made this so many times that I've really strategized all the ways to and not to. Sorry, I gotta go in. So, cool part, why this works so well, is the pecan just added earthiness to it, which is going to align nicely with some of those oaky notes and the toasted characteristics that you get from the toasting of the oak barrels. And really bring it together. I think I need to sip this to make sure.
Does the sort of alcohol from the Kahlua, does that kind of bake off when you do this method?
And you know what, so I was tempted to not do Kahlua today because like there's gonna be alcohols competing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in the oven long enough to burn off that alcohol.
Okay.
But there's not enough there to really
Okay.
make it too heady, and it's so sweet and earthy. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
So I really didn't know that we had this much to talk about with Baked Brie. I thought it was a bit of a cop-out, quite frankly. And then, like, well, this is so much fun. So, so start off with warm temperature Brie. Start off with, and also judge the Brie based on how thick it is. This is all the Brie you buy at Costco. So it's like probably about a good inch and a bit thick.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a thicker one, like if it's a triple cream or something like that, well, what if it's a triple cream? Just eat it on its own with nothing, or maybe some honey on it, or like the pepper jelly type thing. But really, you just want to enjoy that on its own. But these other cheeses, judge your cooking time based on how thick that cheese is. So, and you get the recipe book and use that as inspiration, but do your own thing.
Yeah.
And you'll win. So I know it. So cool. Okay, this has been a Scream. This wine, $22.95 a bottle. All the other ones too, we got the Roberts Block, the end of the 16 is $26. The VCR, the Viognier Chardonnay Riesling blend is $28.95. The Louis Pinot Gris, that one's $31 or $32.95. Mm-hmm. We have all four of them together at $80 and which is over a $30 savings there. But that will run out sometime next 2 weeks because they've been really popular.
We're getting tight.
And we're almost done all those wines, so okay. Cheers to you. Good luck in all your Christmas shopping. And hope to see you back here next week with another sensation. See you then.